Hello all, and welcome to what's going to be my top 10 unusual list. I've wanted to do one of these for quite a while now, and I've finally figured out how to use Source Filmmaker. So, well, I've got a few animations. I'm going to make a top 10 list now, basically. So I should probably mention these aren't the top 10 most expensive unusuals or the top 10 best. These are just my top 10 favourite unusuals. So I do hope you enjoy, and sit back, relax, and have a little watch. So coming in at number 10, we have Atomic and Subatomic. And now this was an effect that was released in the Invasion update not too long ago, and I do think it's a really nice effect. Cool story about this effect is this was actually the first effect I ever unboxed, unusual. Also the only unusual I've ever unboxed. I unboxed an Atomic Phononaut, which is obviously an all-class commando grade hat, which to be honest was a really good unbox, and at the time I had no idea that it was an unusual. I had no idea what it was worth, and because I unboxed it so early into the Invasion update, it was actually still worth quite a bit and had a lot of hype around it. So at this kind of point I discovered the Steam community market and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it was this early on in my TF2 career. I had no idea about any of this stuff. I saw it on there, 150 quid they were going for, and I was just like, no freaking way. I have an item in my backpack that's worth £150? What the hell? So as you can imagine, in my excitement, I threw it up on the market, and I did manage to get £142 out of it, which was obviously all Steam credit rubbish, but at the time it was so cool. Like, it was incredible. But yeah, in a way I kind of wish I kept on for the unusual, because like I said, it was my first unusual I've ever unboxed, and the only unusual I've ever unboxed, and you know, I guess I'll kind of miss it. Maybe one day I'll get another one, but to be honest, the Phononaut is an ugly ass hat. But the Atomic and Subatomic effects, pretty cool effects, and they hold a pretty good place in my heart, so they definitely deserve a spot on the list. At number 9 is Searing and also Vivid Plasma. Now I can't really decide on like colours of unusuals, like the same unusuals that are the same effect but a different colour is just like, well, I'm just going to put them in the same number basically. But yeah, I think Vivid Plasma is kind of a bit nicer than Searing Plasma, but then again, Searing Plasma is green and purple, two of the best colours ever, and you know, they just both look really good. Vivid Plasma just obviously stands out a bit more, but these two are really nice clean effects, and I do like them a lot, and they definitely deserve a number 9 spot on the list. Next off, we have Power Surge and Electro-Static. Now a lot of people will probably think, oh bloody hell, why you chose that rubbish? Why didn't you just pick Terawatt and Kilowatt? Power Surge and Electro-Static are just direct downgrades. To me they're kind of not though. You know, I kind of find them a bit more interesting, and Power Surge is obviously purple, which is really cool, and you don't get that with Terawatt and Kilowatt, but pretty cool though. I do like these effects. They're effects that have grown on me really recently, and they're probably my two favourite orbiting effects, which is kind of weird because there are some really nice orbiting effects, but these two effects, they do look really nice. I like them a lot, and they're number 8. So coming in at number 7, we have Sulphorous and Phosphorous, another robo effect. Now these two effects are really cool, and they're actually effects I've only recently kind of started liking. And it's actually because of a video that Spiky Mikey put up, I believe. He had these two unusuals on. I was looking at them, I was just thinking, yeah, they do look really cool. They're like kind of, they're like Scorching and Burning, but pixelated versions, and they do look really cool. So yeah, that's number 7 on the list. Number 6 coming in, another invasion effect, perhaps one of the best effects in the game to a lot of people. It's Nebula. Now Nebula is a wonderful effect. It just looks fantastic. The only problem is you can obviously only unbox it on the invasion hats, which kind of sucks because, well, the invasion hats all kind of suck, but the effect is just so good that you really can't leave it out. It looks brilliant, it really does. Yeah, let's move on. Number 5, we have Bonzo the All-Gnawing. This is a really cool effect. I'm not like, it's one of the most interesting effects in the whole game, because like it kind of depicts a kind of weird creature spitting out green ooze, but it's super cool though. Like the purple and the mouth moving around, it just looks really cool. I imagine a lot of people probably know this as the Array 7 effect, because obviously that's his unusual, and that's what I've always known it as. But it's probably one of my favourite unusuals, though. It is a really good effect. So, moving on, we have Spellbound and Arcana, Halloween effects that both look fantastic. They have an orbiting ring of sparkles, and also some sparkles coming off the head as well, so it's almost like a double effect. They're really cool. Arcana obviously being the green one, I imagine would work really well with something like Scorching, or maybe Sulphorous, or is it Sulphorous, or is it Phosphorous, that's the green one? I can't remember, one of those two, the green one of Sulphorous or Phosphorous. It'd work really well with one of those, and to be honest, I really do want to own one of these effects at some point, because they do look really cool, and the Spellbound obviously is purple, it looks great, it's a really good effect. So now we come to the top 3, what's going to be my top 3 favourite. So right, let's go in at number 3, Purple Energy and Green Energy. Yep, of course they deserve a spot on the list, they're two of the most bright, lovely effects on the whole game. These two effects just look brilliant, you know, you can't deny how good these effects look, and just how vivid they are basically. They're extremely noticeable, and they're incredibly in your face. Oddly, you know, they're very vivacious kind of boom, look at me effects, you know. But they look really good, and they also look, well, they also have one of the most interesting kind of combinations in the whole game, as if you put these two together, it changes the colour completely, and it becomes white energy, which is just super cool, and these two effects obviously deserve a spot on the list. So number 2, I hope I get this right, Darkblaze, Demonflame, and also Hellfire. Darkblaze is purple, Demonflame is green, and Hellfire is orange, I think. So, don't take my word for that, but that's what I believe it is. So yes, these effects are brilliant. I love these effects. First of all, we have the circle. I only just realised this recently. The circle actually has all the class icons in it, which is just insane. It looks fucking well cool. And it also has the little meteor shower underneath it, which just makes the effect. It really does. Because if it was just a disc, it wouldn't be that great. I mean, it is really good, but adding that little meteor shower underneath it as well just adds so much to it, and I think it looks brilliant. It really does. And the last effect on the list, what's it gonna be? A lot of you could probably easily guess this. Yeah, it's Burning and Scorching. It is Burning and Scorching, I'm afraid. These two effects, they're classics. They're TF2 classics. They really are. Obviously, first gen effects, two of the highest effects in the whole game, most expensive effects in the whole game as well. And for good reason. These effects are simple, bright, and kind of embody what an unusual should be. Just a kind of, fuck you, I'm more rich than you, and I have lovely effects to prove it, It's brilliant. It's just, yeah, it encompasses what an unusual is, and they look brilliant. So, I do hope you enjoyed this top 10 list. Maybe you've seen some unusuals you've never seen before, or some rubbish like that, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please do subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.